I'm Jake.
And I'm Calum. And been doing some music together. I was in a band called Northern Noise, and Jake's a solo artist. Are you not? Is that true?
No,
that's
correct. Well, my dad's a musician and he plays literally every instrument under the sun, and I've been growing up watching him perform and done all that. And then I started from a really young age, started about 7 or 8, just learning. I first learned to play the flute, which is super cool. Then I learned to play. It is, isn't it? And I learned to play the piano, and then picked up the guitar at about the age of 8 or 9. Not 8 or 9. No, yeah, about 8 or 9. And but I didn't really start singing until I was 16, 17, because I thought I wasn't any cop. And I got a bit of recognition from my family and a couple of friends, so that's why I'm pursuing that.
It's basically the same. Like my dad was, he's been playing guitar all his life. Like, just picked it up from him, and then it was basically out of boredom. Me and my mate Joey, who's not here today, he was me and him just used to mess about, have a jam in the room, and then we thought, well, let's get in a band, start writing some songs, and then yeah, that's it really.
It's mainly guitar, but I like to put in a little bit of piano accompaniment here and there. I mean, sometimes I get my dad to help because he plays the violin, so you get a bit of violin melody over the top. But it's mainly guitar and piano.
It's the old school electric guitar for me. We had it was just a 4-piece band, you know, like the old like drums, bass, guitar, bit of tambourine. Basically, while I was at uni, the band I used to be in, I had about 9 or 10 songs that we were just sitting on, so I just thought I'd record them. And I can't sing, like I've just got no voice, so I thought Jake here would be the perfect person to accompany the songs really, and then that's it. He obviously, you wanted to record
I've been wanting to record some stuff for a while, because I've been doing a lot of open mics and just like acoustic gigs at university in Cheltenham where I go. And then Carl rang me one day like, oh, do you want to record some stuff? I was like, yeah, that sounds really good. So we did it. We've had 1 or 2 recordings so far.
Yeah. Got some more, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a couple over the next few weeks lined up before we go back. I'll sit down and just, for a few hours, I'll just mess about on a guitar, just play different little riffs, different chord progressions, all kinds of stuff. Stuff that sounds good, I write it down, leave it for a bit, do something else, and then come back to it. And I don't start writing lyrics or anything until I've got a complete song, because it's probably the hardest thing to do is to write lyrics, because 9 times out of 10 they're just complete and utter rubbish. They just fit in a song and stuff like that.
I don't know about you, but mine was like dead relaxed. Like I never intended to write songs. It was just like it just happened. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not a case. It's not a struggle. Sometimes you can just sit there. You don't do it because you're getting paid to it as fledgling musicians. You do it just because it's fun.
It was never really serious until this guy came. Really.
Literally anything that comes into my head. I always have a wander around sometimes, just look at different things, like different external stimuli. Just words, certain words can spark things in your head, and then that leads to another thing, and that leads to another thing, and another thing, and eventually before you know you've got a full verse and a chorus.
It's observation stuff, isn't it? Like, I write about stuff that's happened to me. There's no point, like, I always think, like, I've written one song that's, like, political, and then I thought, it's like, you know, I'm doing it for fun, I'm not trying to change the world, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of my songs are about just going out on a night out and just seeing certain stuff, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, mate, like, lyrics are just personal stuff, and it's never like, never set out to write something prolific, you know what I mean? Like, if you read my lyrics before you listen to it in a song, you're like, what have you got? It's pretty cool. I mean, like, it's just talking about people you see on a night out, what you get up to, you know, past relationships with girls or your mates, or you know, just general stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like I've used like one specific past relationship for a few of my songs, just one ended badly, and it's other things as well. Like you can be walking around town, you can see something funny, like say someone falls over and that'll just bring something else into your head and it'll remind you of past experiences.
Certain characters as well, innit?
Yeah.
If you closely look at people, there's some right characters out there, like, yeah, I don't know about you, I've written a lot of lyrics on the back of failed relationships and stuff, and you go back to them in a couple of weeks or a couple of months and go, I'm not using them, they're like well depressing, you know what I mean?
Mine personally, it's acoustic, not folk, but around that area. It's more melody based, a lot of acoustic guitars and stuff. It's not complicated. The best way I would describe it is not complicated, because as soon as you start getting complicated with the song, then it's a pain to work everything out.
Some of this Radiohead type intellectual music. So I don't know what would I describe it as. It's not rock and roll, but it is.
It's rock.
It's rock and roll. There you go. Rock and roll.
I've got a friend of mine works for, or has a record label in Cheltenham at uni, and he approached me saying, "Oh, do you want to record some stuff for us? We'll get you some gigs." And that. I was like, this was in about March time after doing an open mic at one of the SU bars. Just thought it was on, so I went down and did it, and then got approached by him. And he said that I needed to write about 5 or 6 songs, get them recorded, and then we'll sort out gigs and stuff from that. And I've got a few friends that do music management at uni, and this year for a module they've got to manage an app for a year as part of their degree, so they're going to do that with me. Hopefully get my name out there a bit more, get my music to a few more people.
You just use me to come on in again.
Correct.
Well, at the moment it's dead in the water, basically. No, we never split up, as it were. It was just basically two of us, like me and my mate Joey, who I've just mentioned. We were the people who wrote the songs and stuff. He goes to uni in York, and I go to the uni in Liverpool. So we're only ever back here at home in the summer. Yeah, so it's like you can't keep it going like at the same level as it might have got to. And the bassist works at a school, and he's living in Salford. The drummer,
I don't even know who your drummer was.
The drummer has done a bit of a Ringo Starr on us. You know what I mean? He's just gone into. We don't even know where he is, what he's doing. We don't.
Oh yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Any chance to perform this guy's straight up there. Straight up.
But yeah, I love getting up in front of people. I just like seeing people smile. Like if they're enjoying my music, then I enjoy it even more so.
Yeah.
And like it's just great fun to get up in front of people, sing a few songs, crack a few really bad jokes.
Yeah. The recording in the studio for me now is probably better, only because it's been at least 2.5 years since I did my last gig. So.
I do it for fun, to be honest. I've never seen it as a career path, ever, because I never thought I'd been any cop. Like you see these people, these acoustic singers that are they've got incredible voices and are ridiculously talented on guitar.
Oh, don't think so, Calum.
Sure,
alright.
And then you stand there and you look at yourself and you think, oh, you're not going to be that good, so don't. It takes the pressure off you. So if you're performing for fun rather than getting paid, it's so much easier because you know you don't have to please people, you don't have to give them value for the money that they've spent to come and see you. It's just get up there, have fun, stuff like that. It's getting gigs, I think that's the hardest thing, because there's so many bands and artists out there, just even little ones, and it's hard to get a gig because you'd have to record like an LP or an EP.
It's also getting the right type of gig, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can go into a pub, your local pub, and do a gig, but
it's not the same. You want to get in front of people that don't know you, because it's nice to get an outsider's perspective.
Stuff out there though, isn't there? Like when I was in my band, we played the Academy in Manchester a few times. We did another gig in a local bar in Oldham, Jackson's Pit.
Oh God, yeah.
Jackson's Pit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but it was hard getting kind of out of your area. You know, like I would love to come up here and do a gig,
it's getting out of your comfort zone that's the hardest, because if you're happy performing in front of the same people over and over again, it takes all the pressure off. But performing in front of new people it's daunting, but it's really good at the
I
same
used to get
time.
proper nervous, mate, like really nervous.
Oh, yeah, I still
about
do,
it.
like even in front of people that I perform
Yeah,
more
yeah.
in front.
But no, but it's like one of them, like once you're up there, once you get going, it's
Yeah.
great. Just get on with it.
Drink.
Not condoning alcohol, but it is a good way.
A pint before and a pint when you finish is the way forward.
And during.
And during, yeah, that's a good way.
No, it's one of them, like you kind of have to. I always think there's nerves, there's good nerves and there's bad nerves. If you're feeling that nervous about it, you shouldn't be doing it. Do you know what I mean? And good nerves sometimes helps you be better. Do you know what I mean? Like.
There's like excitement nerves.
Yeah,
that's the main thing that we get. The very, very, very first time I performed at 18 in a pub in Staley Bridge called The Second One, my dad runs an open mic night there, and he said, I want you to come down, I want you to do a set in front of all these people. So I went down there at 18, absolutely bricking it. Just sort of sweating, like my hands were just creasing sweat. I got up, I just forgot everything that I was going to say. And it's probably the worst feeling I think I've
done
had.
that. I've done that so many times.
Just when you forget things
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
up on stage and you're like, oh.
We had a headline gig at the Club Academy in Manchester, and there was halfway through a song. I wasn't nervous. Oh well, I must have been nervous. I totally forgot half the lyrics and ended up rapping Eminem and New Order.
I think it's a really good thing to have nowadays, because you can go on Facebook, you can start up a musician's page, you can share it amongst all your friends, and it's really easy to get recognised. That and Twitter, I think, because my friend that does it, he's called Matt, he's got a Twitter page, and he gets all his gigs and all his information to all these people out there. Like, he released his LP for free on Twitter to get it, just download it just to get it out there, and I think it's a really, really good way of doing it. Like, I know some musicians that use LinkedIn, and it's probably not the best thing to use for that. Like, Facebook is probably, personally, my way of going about it, just because it's so easy to use and it's easy to contact everyone. It's easy to let people know about the information about what gigs you're doing, like what you're up to at the minute.
It's good for getting promoters, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I always think with social networking is how popular you are as a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, we used to struggle to get, because what our situation was, we had a tight group of, I don't want to call them fans, but you know what I mean, people that used to come all the time. But then to get more people to come, you need more promotion and stuff. Social networking is good for getting promoters and stuff, but other stuff is to do with your own popularity, and I think, and sometimes it's a hindrance more than a, you know.
Yeah, you've got to put the work in. Sometimes you've literally got to go down to pubs and say, look, I'm a musician.
I personally think that is probably the better way to do it. Is go and put in your face. You know, like anyone can inbox or email someone. It's actually going and going, right, I want to play a gig here.
It's the personal touch, I think, that helps.
Yeah.
It's always the same, it's always unchanged. New days is strange, is the world insane? Brother, be so strong.